Now on Tech Tonight, medical students await. Students receive their residency program letters if Virginia Tech Carilion kept their 100% success rate.
United Against Hate, the Virginia Tech community comes together after a group on campus is threatened.
The day that many med students were waiting for finally came. Welcome to Tech Tonight. I'm Rebecca Choate.
And I'm Alexis Layana. Medical students across the country opened letters this past weekend to see if they would advance to a residency program. For the fourth year in a row, Virginia Tech Carilion School of Medicine students achieved a 100% match placement. The 40 members of Virginia Tech's medicine class of 2017 will go into programs representing 13 specialties in 16 states. The most represented specialties include pediatrics, general surgery, and internal medicine. Students will go on to a variety of different institutions, including the University of Virginia, Emory University, and Baylor University, just to name a few. 3 students will go to Roanoke for full residency programs with the Virginia Tech Carilion School of Medicine, while 1 student will take a preliminary year at Tech before continuing to another program to finish residency. The class of 2017 will graduate on May 6th.
During the month of March, students at Virginia Tech can give back a little closer to home. The Women's Resource Center is a nonprofit human service agency located in Radford. For 30 years, it's provided services and programs to domestic and sexual violence victims of all ages. While serving in Radford, Floyd, Giles, Pulaski, and Montgomery, the Resource Center also serves the campuses of the New River Community College, Radford University, and Virginia Tech. Students may drop donations off at the Volume 2 Clinique counter or at the Resource Center in Radford. Food supplies include canned goods, tea and coffee, snack bars and juice, while general supplies include cleaning products, toilet paper and paper towels, and sheets and blankets. The full list, updated monthly, can be found on the center's website. It's the first week of spring, and while we've seen a bit warmer temperatures, can we expect it to stay around as we head into next week?
Chief Meteorologist Catherine Maxwell has a look into your forecast. Catherine?
Happy Saturday, Hokies. This is Nick DeSimone, and I'll be filling in for Catherine today. It has been somewhat of a chilly first week of spring back at the Berg. Temps for the upcoming week will be warming up and may even reach that elusive 70-degree range that all of us have missed so much. The weekend began beautifully with a slight chance of rain and temperatures in the mid-60s. However, tomorrow will bring a 70% chance of rain showers throughout the day to complement a high of 64 degrees. We expect a break from the rain on Monday, but rain will start picking back up on Tuesday with thunderstorms likely. Best advice for this week would be to have your umbrella handy and enjoy the sporadic peaks of sunshine teasing us throughout the week. That's it for your weekly forecast. I'm VTTV meteorologist Nick DeSimone. Enjoy the week, Hokies.
United Against Hate. Students and people from the Blacksburg community come out to show their support for their Jewish neighbors. Tech Tonight reporter Katie Magnet has the details.
After a hate incident at a Virginia Tech Jewish Student Center, the Jewish Student Union put together a solidarity rally in support of the Jewish community. The Jewish Student Union organized a solidarity rally on the Graduate Life Center Plaza after leaflets with hand-drawn swastikas were found across the lawn of the Chabad Liberscu Jewish Student Center. The goal of the rally was to raise awareness of acts of anti-Semitism in Blacksburg and around the country.
College campuses, and especially Virginia Tech, are very diverse. We have a lot of faith communities here. We have a lot of international students. So I think it's important to show that we, as the Blacksburg and Virginia Tech community, can unite under our commonality as Hokies.
Many people came to the rally in support of the Jewish community in Blacksburg, including students, local churches, and community members. At the rally, audience members heard from several speakers, including Virginia Tech President Timothy Sands and President of the Jewish Student Union Andrew Peck, who focused on uniting the community in a time of darkness.
The Jewish community as a whole was just scared. We didn't know if we were welcome here. We didn't know what was going on. So we wanted to feel some sort of community. We wanted to feel that people would come out to support us. And I mean, we got a crowd that we didn't expect. It was much larger, much more diverse than we ever expected. And I mean, that was definitely considered a successful event in our eyes.
The Jewish Student Union will be hosting another event at the Moss Arts Center on April 24th. Reporting from the GLC Plaza, Katie Magnet, Tech Tonight.
A Virginia Tech sorority makes a historic change. Before spring break, the National College sorority Alpha Chi Omega announced via Facebook that it will now admit transgender women. Alpha Chi Omega's national president, Angela Costley Harris, made the announcement through a Facebook video on February 17th. The announcement was made in response to chapter inquiries across the U.S. on the status of LGBTQ individuals as members. The sorority will not be accepting transgender men in an effort to remain a single-sex organization. In her Facebook video, Harris said, quote, "Alpha Chi must be inclusive of all who live and identify as a woman, regardless of their gender assigned at birth." The Alpha Chi Omega chapter at Virginia Tech will accept transgender women as well.
Frank Beamer will be Radford's 2017 commencement speaker. Beamer grew up in Carroll County and received his master's degree in guidance and counseling in 1972 from the school. Beamer's sister, Billie Jean and Betty, also graduated from what was then Radford College, while his mother's graduated from a then Radford State Teachers College. Beamer began his coaching career at Radford High School while working on his graduate degree at Radford. The 2017 commencement will be held on the university's lawn on May 6. Nearly 2,000 students are expected to graduate. The class of 2018 will soon get to be a part of a long-standing Virginia Tech tradition. How students are helping to make this night magical.
Plus, Muslims across campus come together to bring awareness to the community, why they say this year's event is so important.
Juniors awaiting to become a part of the long-standing Virginia Tech tradition will have their opportunity this weekend. Welcome to your entertainment news. I'm Rachel Van Meter.
And I'm Riley Wyatt. Class of 2018, get ready for a weekend full of Hokie fun and celebration. Yesterday and today is the ring dance, which will be held in Squires Commonwealth Ballroom. Every year, the junior class looks to celebrate the weekend in the spring where they become a part of the tradition of getting their class rings. The class of 2018 first learned their rings design at the ring premiere in October. The class of 2018 leadership team worked for nearly 3 years to make both ring events special. Even a week in advance, tickets were already sold out.
Muslims across Virginia Tech's campus came together to promote diversity and inclusion to the student body. As part of a yearly tradition, the Muslim Student Union at Virginia Tech hosted Islam Appreciation Week with events like Meet a Muslim and Colors of Islam. Their goal, to provide a place for students to learn about different cultures and to bridge the gap on any misconceptions. Despite incidents like last year where someone graffitied an anti-Muslim message on a campus bathroom, they find the community is very welcoming. While the event is held every year, organizers say this year it is extremely important with new presidential administration. They say by highlighting the diversity between them, students can form an appreciation bringing all cultures together.
Wondering why there are more and more families and visitors roaming around campus this time of year? This past weekend was Hokie Preview, an event that allows incoming and prospective students to have a better feel for Virginia Tech as a whole. The university accepted nearly 1,000 more students than it has in previous years. 2 weeks from now, those accepted students will also be able to attend Hokie Focus, an event that aims to seal the deal for all those future Hokies. Many visitors will walk around with Hokie ambassadors, the student tour guides on campus. During high school spring break, Hokie ambassadors will be giving over 200 campus tours, traveling around popular on-campus places like the Drill Field, Owens Food Court, War Memorial Gym, and the Pylons. If you are hearing, "Let's go Hokies" a little more often on campus, now you know why.
Students and fans of hip-hop gathered for a weekend all about music and competition. Tech Tonight reporter Taylor Kelso has more.
The Virginia Tech Flamingos had their first hip-hop weekend with events such as a panel, a concert, and a breakdance competition for students to enjoy. Competitors from Virginia Tech and local schools attended this breakdance competition held during this hip-hop weekend. Many showed off their talents and were able to compete against others with the help of judges and the support of fans. Eric Liu, the president of this organization, helped put together this first annual weekend centered around hip-hop.
I know a lot of students from different schools came. We had schools like CNU came out, VCU came out, UVA came out. Some recent graduates from University of Maryland, College Park came out. And we even had kids in public school from different areas come out as well. Like the North Carolina scene definitely came out and represented. So this is going to be an annual event. We're hoping to make it bigger and better. Under the circumstances we had to finagle things last second and work things out with less time than we would have preferred, but we're really happy with the way things turned out.
Reporting from Newman Library, I'm Taylor Kelso from Tech Tonight.
Tree climbers with a competitive edge now have something to look forward to. On April 1st and 2nd, the International Society of Arboriculture will hold their annual tree climbing championship. The Department of Forest Resources and Environmental Conservation in Virginia Tech's College of Natural Resources and Environment will sponsor this event. Arborists from all over the DMV will compete in climbing events that will test their speed, agility, and safety techniques while climbing a tree. This event will take place on the grounds of the Virginia-Maryland College of Veterinary Medicine located on Virginia Tech's campus. The climbers will be challenged to a variety of climbing competitions, including a work climb, where the climbers must use a climbing line and harness while traveling around a tree. Other competitions include an aerial rescue and a speed climb competition. The winners will move on to represent the Mid-Atlantic chapter in Washington, D.C. this summer. Family-friendly activities, including tree climbing and food trucks, will also be on hand. Coming up in your Hokie sports news, after a 10-year drought, the Hokies finally make their way into March Madness. See how they fared.
Plus, the women's basketball team faces off against Navy for a chance to hit the court at the Women's National Invitational Tournament. If you can expect to see them against Penn State next.
After 10 years of watching March Madness from the sidelines, Buzz Williams led Hokies to Buffalo. Welcome to your sports news. I'm Michelle Polanca.
And I'm Connor Doherty. The Hokies traveled to Buffalo, New York to take on the Wisconsin Badgers in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Much fanfare was surrounded this game due to the fact that Virginia Tech was participating in March Madness for the first time in 10 years. Unfortunately, a historic season came to an end as the Hokies fell to the Badgers 84-74. The tightly contested game had the Hokies keeping it close despite having an unlimited roster. The Badgers, however, were able to make their free throws in the final 2 minutes to pull away and end Virginia Tech's season. Virginia Tech was only able to play 7 players due to injuries. Zach Leday, in his final game, led the way with 24 points. Seth Allen also contributed 10 points and 6 assists in his final game in a Hokies uniform. Justin Robinson contributed 11 points and 6 assists, as VT was out-rebounded on the glass 37-25. To recap the Hokies season, they finished 22-10 overall and 10-8 in the ACC. Virginia Tech dominated at home, finishing with a 15-2 record that included signature wins over Duke, Miami, and UVA. Allen was awarded the ACC's Sixth Man of the Year and also was an ACC honorable mention along with Leday. With his second straight winning season, Buzz Williams went over 500 to accumulate a 53-48 record in 3 seasons in Blacksburg. The team's biggest losses include Allen and Leday to graduation, but they also expect a healthy Chris Clark and Kerry Blackshear next year, in addition to several transfers. The home schedule at Castle looks to be action-packed next year, with ACC elite UVA, Duke, UNC, and Miami all visiting Blacksburg.
The Hokies women's basketball team defeats Navy in a 75-64 win. Now the team is advancing to the 2017 Women's National Invitational Tournament. Jeanette Hicks had 18 points, 7 assists, and 5 steals, which kept the Hokies ahead at 19-13. Samantha Hill chipped in 16 points and 5 boards, while Sydney Cook had a double-to-double with 15 points and 12 rebounds. Vanessa Panousis tallied 11 points and moved into 8th place on the Tech career scoring list. Tech had a lead early in the opening quarter and was up 20-10 just past the midway point. The Hokies used a 7-0 run that stretched into the second frame to go on top 27-15. Navy answered, outscoring the Hokies 9-2 to cut it down to 30-24 with 6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Tech closed out the half with a 12-4 advantage, taking a 42-28 lead into the break. A layup from Hill coming out of the break gave the Hokies their largest lead of the afternoon, up 16. But Navy used inside shots to chip away at the Tech tally, cutting it to 49-41 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. The Hokies used a 6-2-0 run to push it back to a 14-point lead, but the Mids closed out the quarter with 59-52 heading into the fourth. The Navy Mids trailed by 4 with 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go, but Tech used a 9-2 run over the final minutes to earn victory.
This past weekend, Virginia Tech baseball hosted the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles. The Hokies shocked the collegiate baseball world by taking 2 of 3 at English Field at Union Park. Game 1 last Friday night started out slow for Virginia Tech. The two teams were in a tight battle for much of the game before FSU broke out with a pair of back-to-back 4-run innings to lead 8-1 before eventually winning 9-2. Starter Packy Naughton was a highlight for VT, pitching 6 innings while striking out 8. Game 2 on Saturday would provide a lot of fireworks. Florida State got out to a 10-4 lead in the 4th inning before a rain delay inserted itself on the game. Following the stoppage in play, the Hokies would outscore the Seminoles 9-2 and hold on to win 13-12 in a thriller. Highlights of the comeback include a solo home run by Matt Kappels and a 3-run homer by Tom Stoffel. Game 3 on Sunday would be a statement game for the Hokies. The game saw a back-and-forth contest between the two teams before Virginia Tech erupted for 10 runs in the 6th to take an 11-0 lead. Sam Fraggle highlighted the scoring with a 2-run homer as VT sent 14 hitters to the plate in the inning. Virginia Tech would add on 6 more runs in the 7th as J.D. Mundy paced the offense with a 3-run homer to bring the final score to 17-0. With the series win, the Hokies get their first win over a number 1 ranked team since 2013 when they swept UVA in Charlottesville. They improved to 13-9 overall, including 3-3 in the ACC.
The Hokies wrestling team finished in 6th place in the team competition at the NCAA Wrestling Championships, held last Thursday through Saturday at the Scott Trade Center. The Hokies finished in the top 10 for the 5th season, stood in 6th place going Saturday's championship matches. Minnesota had a chance to pass the Hokies, but both Brett Perfar and Ethan Lysak lost in their respective final matches. The Hokies put up 63.5 points and ended up ahead of the Golden Gophers by a point. Last Saturday night, All-Americans were recognized both in the parade of All-Americans before the championship matches. Virginia Tech has 5 All-Americans total. Joey Dance, Solomon Chisco, Sal Mastroianni, Jared Hott, and Ty Waltz. Waltz, a senior, leaves Tech as a 3-time All-American, just one of the 3 in Virginia Tech's program. Chisco and Hott earned All-American awards for the 2nd straight year. Dance followed his 2014 All-America honor with 1 this year, and Mastroianni is an All-American for the first time. The NCAA Wrestling Championships marked the conclusion of the 2016-2017 wrestling season.
Coming up, we'll have a final look at your forecast from Chief Meteorologist Catherine Maxwell.
Stay tuned.
I'm here outside of Torrey Bridge enjoying the beautiful day as there's no rain in sight just yet. However, please be sure to keep your umbrellas handy as the remaining week ensures stormy conditions. We're trying to get out there and enjoy the temperatures as it's not expected to dip below 60 for the entire week as our little taste of spring continues. For VTTV, I'm meteorologist Nick DeSimone. Have a great week, Hokies.
Thank you.